Hey guys, this is Mastercloud back with part 2 of this battle on Buckland between Zorro and Cloud versus the forces of Assassin and Fun. And we are going to go right back into this battle here where Fun is launching a huge spider assault on Zorro. Meanwhile, Boromir is attempting to make a move in from the north as well. But even with these combined forces, not enough for the forces of Zorro. With all of these archers. Now, there are several goblins here sneaking around the backside. Does Zorro have any troops back here to defend? The answer is yes. However, there are so many spider riders that I'm not sure that this amount of archers is going to be effective. More goblins to the north might be able to get a builder here. Meanwhile, what are my forces doing? Just kind of standing around, going for the troll lair, but not engaging quite yet. Gothmog out on the field now for Zorro as well. And, I do go ahead and beacon to my ally that his builder is in a lot of trouble. But actually the goblins here just kind of don't see him hidden there among the trees, and they are going to go down here for this slaughterhouse. Meanwhile, the Spider Riders and Wildmen now actually out are going to be attacking... that might have been a summon actually from the goblins. Regardless, my force is going to be pushing here on against the men here. And Assasin and Gothmog here from Zorro here to help me. We are going to attempt to take out the men right now. It would appear. Assassin in a lot of trouble. So many dwarves on the field. Does have a catapult in the back. But Assasin making quick work of that. Will be able to take it out there. The bats go down to attempt to save this. These dwarves have a nice surround. But they are getting flanked from the backside. Where is Prince Bran? Right there. Does take out a large amount of those troops. And Assassin's Fortress in a lot of trouble right now. Meanwhile, more Spider Riders and Goblins actually finally taking out the outpost, realizing that Zorro has that. He's gaining way too much income. That's why he's able to produce so many archers. And they're just going to take that out, as well as several more of his slaughterhouses. Zorro completely running out of income-producing structures. He does have this one with the furnace upgrade, so that is very good. But just down to a couple of income structures now. And the dwarves actually focusing down the barracks and the archery range here. So trying to limit the production of Assassin. Gothmog now going for the fortress. And these pikemen will probably start assisting him. There is still a catapult in the back here, but will it be enough to save this fortress? I'm not sure. Now, do the men have another builder out? They're building something right now, but they're building Boromir. Here he comes out of the fortress, and he's going to immediately engage Gothmog. Might be able to actually take him out here with that help with that catapult. And Boromir does level up off that, taking out Gothmog. And might actually be able to take out Assasin here. Assasin needs to get the heck out of there. He does... No! The fortress takes him out with one last shot. So Assasin and Gothmog both fallen. All of my dwarves are down. Meanwhile, I've been trying to desperately rebuild my income structures, but it's just not enough. King Dane is now out as well. These Spider Riders do not want to engage King Dane and these pikemen. They need to get the heck out of there. But in the meantime, they've taken out so many more of my mines. I, again, only have a few. Looks like maybe 3 max. I do have the signal fire, but not sure if it'll be enough. I'm trying to trap these Spider Riders in, but they're able to squeeze right through there and able to escape out of there. So these Spider Riders being incredibly effective from our Goblin player here, Fun, as he continues to harass our farms. However, Zorro does have a Nazgul out. This is going to be Morgamir. So Morgamir does enter the field. Zorro, still with very few farms himself, needs to start rebuilding those to supplement his income. But this Nazgul will be very effective at taking out these spiderlings. However, they will hide inside the mine. So for the moment, the Nazgul will just have goblins to feast on. Meanwhile, I'm making a huge push with King Dane. All these pikemen. King Dane already up to level 3, possibly just off some weaker units he found lying around the field. Prince Bran might have actually died, so he is back out either way. Going to start working on these goblins here. Meanwhile, we have a huge engagement here. Boromir throws down his horn. King Dane is not up to level 7 yet, so the allies do not have fear resistance. However, I do summon in the archers after the horn has gone down, so they are free to shoot. The Nazgul throws fear. That'll get rid of those units. And King Dane continuing to fight these weaker units. Where is Boromir is the question. Is he in this battle somewhere? I don't see him. So Boromir, yes, did fall back, retreated from Osgiliath here in the front to the gates of the White City. But meanwhile, the goblins making a huge counterattack, supposedly going for my fortress. And King Dane and only a couple of units of phalanxes remain. Only Prince Bran is back here to defend this. And I don't care how many units you can hit with one slam shot. It is not going to be enough to take out all of these. There is a battle wagon, though, and that's pretty much as good as anything, although its wheels kind of get stuck here as it runs over the bodies of so many goblins. I need to get that out of there. And there it does manage to finally get unstuck. But Prince Bran and this battle wagon continuing to do work on these goblins, and that will be enough to take out these goblins with the help of the guardians. And so I have managed to stabilize here. Zorro, meanwhile, so many archers. Gothmog back out on the field. However, I'm still nervous about this. Zorro not going for fire archers. He has so many archers out. He needs to get the upgrade. He needs to get a Haradrim Palace up, and just has not been able to do it. He does still have this Nazgul up to level 5. Meanwhile, King Dane goes down to Aragorn and Boromir, and that spells trouble for me as I just have so little money because of all the harassment that I've taken, and it's going to be a while before I'm able to get King Dane back out, I assume. Meanwhile, though, Zorro making a gigantic push north towards the forces of Fun, towards his home base, finally moving forward. I believe that I placed this beacon. I'm not sure what for. I can only imagine. But we are going to have a huge battle here. The archers engaging. I'm not sure what the heck they are doing, but they run completely right into the goblins. That is not the right answer. Gothmog does throw his fury down, but I'm not sure that that is even going to be effective as he's just standing there. Gothmog not doing any damage, just standing there in the middle of the battle. Now the Nazgul is going to get a nice hit off. Might want to use Screech to sort of separate these from the archers, but it's too late. The archers are all dead. And Zorro making a horrible, horrible mistake there, running his archers way too close. Should have engaged from afar. And there's so many archers on the field now that this Nazgul might be in trouble. That Nazgul needs to turn around, needs to pull out, but it's going back in for another swipe. Zorro finally realizes it, but it's not fast enough. The Nazgul falls. And again, with so few farms, this is not going to be able to be replaced anytime soon. So, actually, we are looking to be in a bit of trouble now. Zorro does have a couple of farms in the field, but it's just not enough to keep up with our opponents here, who have tons of farms fully upgraded around their bases. You can see, even though this farm is weak, it still produces a ton of income because it is a level 3 farm. I have a forward mine here, but not that many units to bring out of it. I have, what, 2 units of Guardians, 1 Phalanx, and Prince Brand. I'm not sure that's going to be enough to sort of hold on right now, and Zorro in a lot of trouble. Does manage to get another Nazgul out, but the Dragon Lord is out now because, of course, the goblins have gone pretty much their farms have gone uncontested, and Mouth of Sauron now in a lot of trouble, as well as Aragorn and Boromir. The full force of both the goblins and Assassin, Gondor here, moving in on Zorro, and Zorro just does not have the units to be able to hold this off, especially with Blade Master active, giving Aragorn plus 100% damage and armor. Finally, the Nazgul showing up, but just does not do that much against these heroes. Azog got now as well, and Zorro's fortress looking to be in a lot of trouble. What am I going to do? It looks like I am going to try to make a push on the men's fortress here, while he's distracted down here taking out Zorro. But will that be the right choice? I see the Watcher going out there, but this is the end of part 2, guys. Please tune into part 3. Click in the top right here.